Imagine a world where humanity faces an unimaginable, universe-ending threat. A force so powerful that it wipes out entire star systems like sparks in the dark. Our most advanced weaponry fails, our armies crumble, our greatest heroes, powerless. Humanity stands on the edge of extinction, staring into a darkness we cannot fight. But what if, just when all hope seems lost, the only beings capable of saving us are the very monsters we once feared? The titans that shook our cities, the beasts we called Kaiju, the creatures we hunted, trapped, and tried to destroy. What if they are the last shields standing between us and annihilation? Today we uncover the jaw-dropping truth. Our monsters were never our enemies. They were our protectors in disguise. And now, in our final hour, they rise not as destroyers, but as Earth's final, monstrous hope. This is the moment everything changes. A threat so massive, so ancient, and so unstoppable that even our most advanced technology might as well be toys. Entire cities vanish in seconds. Oceans begin to boil. The sky fractures like broken glass. Humanity, once proud and powerful, stands hopeless watching everything we built fall apart. Governments collapse, communication fails, and panic spreads across the planet like a wildfire. Scientists, generals, world leaders, all of them searching desperately for an answer, a weapon, anything that could give us even the smallest chance of survival. But nothing works. Every missile fails. Every beam of energy dissolves before reaching the creature. And for the first time in human history, our species realizes that we are facing something far beyond anything we ever imagined. But in this moment of total despair, a question rises, one that no one expected, one that feels more like a myth than a solution. What if the only beings capable of saving us are the very monsters we once feared, the creatures we hunted, the titans we locked away, the Kaiju we called nightmares? The ancient giants who walked the earth long before humans learned how to speak or even stand upright. What if the beings we believed were our enemies were never meant to destroy us, but to protect us? This idea begins as a whisper among a few scientists. Then as the destruction spreads, that whisper becomes a theory. And soon, that theory becomes the only hope left for the human race. Humanity has always misunderstood the Kaiju. We saw them as wild, uncontrollable forces of nature, storms with claws, disasters with teeth. We waged war against them. We built massive weapons, giant walls, entire armies dedicated to taking them down. We spent billions trying to eliminate them, never once asking why they appeared in the first place. But ancient scrolls, buried ruins, strange cave paintings from civilizations long forgotten, all of them point to one chilling possibility. The Kaiju were not here to destroy humanity. They were here to maintain balance. To protect the Earth from something far darker, far older, something that is now finally awakening. And when that enemy arrives, the cosmic horror that threatens to erase all life on our planet, the truth becomes impossible to deny. The creature descending from the void is not like the Kaiju we know. It doesn't roar, it doesn't charge. It simply consumes. Wherever it moves, reality bends and collapses. Buildings crumble. Clouds freeze mid-air. Time itself begins to distort. Humanity tries everything: nuclear strikes, particle beams, energy shields, experimental weapons. Nothing even scratches it. This enemy is not here to conquer, it is here to erase, to cleanse. And in its presence, every human invention becomes meaningless. But somewhere deep beneath the ocean, something stirs. A tremor shakes the earth, then another, and another. Massive underwater sensors detect movement scientists believed belonged to extinct creatures or abandoned myths. But they were wrong. The Kaiju had been sleeping, waiting, listening. And now, as the cosmic threat approaches, something in them awakens. One rises from the deepest trench, its roar shaking the entire planet. Another erupts from beneath a desert, scattering sand like waves. A third emerges from a glacier, ancient ice shattering as it takes its first breath in centuries. One by one, the titans return, drawn by an instinct older than humanity itself. At first, humans panic. They assume the Kaiju are attacking again. Cities evacuate, sirens wail, but something is different this time. The Kaiju are not heading toward human populations. They're heading toward the cosmic entity itself, as if preparing for a war they were born to fight. Scientists quickly piece together a terrifying revelation. The Kaiju are Earth's immune system. Whenever a threat emerges that humanity cannot defeat, the planet awakens its oldest guardians. These creatures are not random monsters. They are protectors. They always were. We simply never understood their purpose. Humanity watches in awe as the Titans gather near the coastline, standing between the cosmic horror and the world. The ground trembles beneath their massive bodies. The oceans churn. The sky glows with energy. And then the first blow is struck. A Kaiju unleashes a blast of raw elemental force, shaking the air like a thunderclap. Another charges forward, ramming the creature with unimaginable power. The cosmic entity responds with devastating energy waves, ripping through reality, tearing chunks of land apart. The battle becomes a clash of God's monsters of Earth against a nightmare from beyond the stars. The world becomes silent watching the war unfold. Every human scientist, soldier, child, elder holds their breath. For the first time in history, we are not the fighters. We are the spectators. We are the ones praying that the monsters we feared so much are strong enough to protect us. And slowly, painfully, the tide begins to turn. Each Kaiju fights with a ferocity humanity never understood. Their attacks are not chaotic, they are strategic, coordinated, almost intelligent. They fight not for dominance, not for power, but for survival, for balance, for the Earth itself. The battle pushes the Titans to their limits. The cosmic horror begins to weaken, its form flickering, its shape cracking under the overwhelming force of Earth's guardians. One Kaiju sacrifices itself to shield the others from a deadly blast. Another climbs directly onto the entity's massive body, tearing it apart piece by piece. The final blow comes from the oldest Titan, a creature so ancient its name was forgotten by every civilization. With a roar heard across continents, it channels all of its power into one devastating strike, shattering the cosmic invader and sending its broken fragments back into the void. The sky clears. The ground stops shaking, and humanity breathes again. When the dust settles, only a few Kaiju remain standing. They look around, scanning the world they just saved. They do not roar in victory. They do not destroy the cities nearby. Instead, they simply turn away and disappear, returning to the oceans, the mountains, the hidden places humans cannot reach. They return to sleep until the Earth needs them again. And in that moment, humanity finally understands a truth older than any myth. The monsters were never our enemies. They were our guardians, our ancient protectors, beings connected to the planet in ways we can barely comprehend. And as the surviving Kaiju fade into the horizon, one question remains: what other secrets does Earth still hide from us? How many more guardians lie beneath our feet, waiting for the day they must awaken once more? For now, humanity lives with a new understanding. Sometimes the heroes we need are not the ones who wear capes or fly ships. Sometimes our greatest protectors are the monsters we feared the most, and in the end, it was the Kaiju who saved the world.